Hi. I just had to update the title. Can you tell me if it shows what the update is? It should say um 2024 income on the title. Hey Craig, hey hi PM, hi Deborah, hello Brian, hello Apple Blunt. How you doing? Dealing with everything well? I'm doing okay. I'm actually today was a non-work day because we told the boss, hey, we're starting our vacation, and I had doctor's appointments today, so it's not like we didn't do anything. We went to the doctors, and I have a owie, and I drew blood, and we had to talk to our doctor's office, deal with our pharmacy because I have to get these medications by Monday. And guess what happens on Monday? Okay, so Monday, I'm not sure the pharmacy is open, but on Saturday, the pharmacy is open. So I need to make sure I get to the pharmacy tomorrow. I need these medications so that when I get on this boat, I have meds. You do not want me off meds. And I have some of them, and I don't have some of them. So it's not like I'm without medication, but I will be a week short of some of them if I go as I am now. So that had to get dealt with. Still the old title. Okay, so, well, whatever. I updated in studio. It doesn't really matter. Hi, Latina. Hello, everybody. So I wanted to share with you my 2024 YouTuber income because it's, as far as I understand, it's all my AdSense royalties. It's all your tips, all your gifts, and my membership money. Everything is lumped in, right? And they call it royalties. I don't know. I've never had royalties. I guess I had some mineral royalties many years ago till I sold all my mineral rights. Yeah.
Where did the bag go?
I put it right in front of your chair.
Okay.
Next to the other bag that's up there. Um, if they're both brown though, you probably just missed it. So anyway, I got my 1099 whatever whatever it's called, never had one of those. We're gonna be learning some new tax things in February because this is my first time as an income earning human that is not just from one paycheck or like something I know about, which is like, I don't know, an actual organization. This is royalties. So I had thought that they were removing taxes and withholdings. I don't think they have. I don't think they have. So taxes might be a shock this year, but it's not as much as you think it is. So anybody have any guesses and I've been monetized since January of last year. Actually, since December of last year. So I made 2,000 and two, 2,226 ish dollars. So let's say divide that by 365 days. YouTube made me a whopping $6 a day. $6 a day. Yes, I am not complaining, you guys. Thank you. I did daily videos for the entire month, or entire year, 2024. I did more than 2 lives. I mean, I'm not doing this for the income revenue. I'm just sharing the income revenue so people don't understand that most of YouTuber income isn't from AdSense. So everybody who suffered through ads, thank you. Everybody who has YouTube Premium, thank you. Everybody who's watched my videos, thank you. Because that's $6 a day I didn't have before. And I'm doing this for fun. So it's nice to get rewarded for doing something you love doing and having fun doing and I enjoy. And when it stops being fun, that's when I stop YouTube. But right now, I'm having a blast. I'm very happy with it. I come in here to hang out with you guys. I've met so many cool friends. I have met so many cool friends. You guys are awesome. I have people's phone numbers that all over the country that I would not even know because they don't live in my state or neighborhood, right? So I've been able to make friends with people, and it's just awesome. It's I love this YouTuber community. There's a few bad things here and there, and last January this time I almost quit because of an experience I had with a friend that I found through YouTube, and it was a bad relationship. But you know, um, so it's just kind of one of those. Like I would not have met Craig. We met last year Was it 2023, end of 2023? And you know what? I'm not even sure how I found Craig, how we found each other, but we did. You know, we love having YouTube for us to watching too. Yay, Jennifer, thank you. As one of the people I talk to like daily. Craig. I talk to Craig. I talk to Jennifer. I talk to Winnie every few days. I talk to Jolie almost every other day. Jolie and I tend to have opposite schedules. Winnie and I have more of the same schedule. So Winnie and I will talk in the morning. If I talk to Jolie, it's more in the afternoon because she's an afternoon person. Winnie is a morning person. And I just text Craig at all random hours of the day. Hey, Christiana. Like I commonly send him eBay links and YouTube links and at like 2 a.m. because he has I don't sleep, you know. Hey, Christiana. So, oh yeah, so I don't know if you heard, Christiana, the YouTuber 2024 income. I got my dub 1099 thingy, whatever. So I made $2,226 ish. Now I have to pay income tax on that. I have no idea. We'll be figuring this out on February. So it's kind of fun. So I did hey Jelly, Miss Jelly. So I did a daily, 365 days, so $6 a day that I made from AdSense. And so yeah. So when people tell you that there's not a lot of money in YouTube, what they mean is most of the money YouTubers make is through brand sponsorships. It's not necessarily through AdSense. And this is with me having memberships and people gifting money and chat. We call this super chats and stickers and all that stuff. I'm glad Apple Blonde says, I'm glad you're here, Jackie. You and all the friends I made here is the best part of 2024. Yes. Yeah, 2024 was not the best. Yeah. Yeah, because I was watching I was watching Cammy's Closet. She might pop in. She normally does. She had reported, was it Luke Hayford? No. It wasn't Cammy's Closet. Who was it? No, Melissa Wade, Adams Wade. Melissa's Adam Wade. She says she generates about $250 a month with YouTube, and she has almost 5,000 subscribers. I have half that, so I was floored because I'm like, wait, what? You know. So I'm very proud of my income because I didn't realize because she has I just assume people with a larger subscriber base have a larger income by ratio, but honestly it does. The length of your video, the amount of videos, the amount of lives, it all kind of um hits the algorithm differently, the mysterious algorithm that we talk about, because whatever. um don't don't really make a lot of money until you hit over 10K subs. Yes, that's true. So I mean, I'm thrilled to have the little bit I have. So it's helped me out several months. The last 3 months, the $200 has really helped me. Before this, the money had just been me buying more bags and having fun, and the last 2 months, this my $200 extra bit of money at the end of the month has really bailed me out, because YouTube AdSense funding comes at the end of the month, like at the 21st through the 29th ish, or 21st to 26th, that week, whatever that week is within the month, that's when Google pays out. And I only get paid one time a month, the first of the month. So by the third week of the month, I am in dire straits sometimes. And sometimes we make mistakes a lot. And so yeah, the last couple months, and this month is one of them, that YouTube paycheck is going to bail us out of a difficult situation, which is actually never where you want to be with a hobby. You never want to make yourself dependent on money from a hobby. So this is something we're going to have to work on, where this needs to stay as extra fun money versus I need this to pay the bills money, because then that becomes a job, and I don't want to make this a job, because I want this always to be a fun place and a safe place, and I don't want to look at my viewers and friends and subscribers as a paycheck. Y'all are not a paycheck. You are my friends. So, unfortunately, YouTube makes it a money transaction because they do put advertising in here, because they do have to host the platform, which is expensive. You must have got the watch time, lady. Yeah, I do have a lot of watch hours because I talk a lot, y'all, and you guys stay with me. When I talk here for 2 and 3 hours, you're here with me. you know? So, yep, you have a home office. You can also claim your hours income claims lost wages too. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get more savvy because this is the year I need to incorporate YouTube into an actual business, not a personal thing, in case somebody does want to sue me for whatever reason. Because it's very easy to do a lawsuit. It's very hard to battle one. It costs a lot. Um, True, Craig, Jack, got to figure out the square footage. Yeah, probably. Um, really need to use a CPA to maximize your returns. We have used a CPA in the past, but up until this year, probably, our joint income has not been higher than the standard deduction. That's how much we don't make, guys. Oh, so maybe with the raises we got this year in the taxes structure that we have, maybe this year we will need and we will can itemize. But up until this year, we have not made enough money to actually be better off than the standard deduction. Yeah. I have 7,000 subs and made like $300 for all of wait, income has nothing to do with subscribers. That well-behaved wallet. Oh, see, I didn't know. I don't know. See, I should know. I'm a YouTuber content creator, but they don't really, I mean, I don't dive into the business of YouTube. Now, the person who does is actually DDB. She dives into all the literature. She reads all the stuff. She knows the knows. She calculated how long her videos had to be to reach a watch hour threshold at what point. I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about, woman? Um, not at all. Your actions are your paycheck. We're just your friends. Yay! Thank you. I'm so grateful for you, Jackie, and everyone here. Thank you, Miss Jelly. I'm so glad you have been included in this bag community of YouTube. Yes, yes. We all have bags. We all love them, and it's so much fun to talk about it with people who care about it. Because my husband does not care about bags. Oh, he does a little bit. I mean, he's been with me long enough now that he's carrying a bag, and he thinks it's normal to carry a chest bag and have a man bag or whatever you want to call it. He doesn't like it being called a man bag. He just likes being called a bag. But I call it a man bag because men still have this. Is it a messenger bag? Is it a chest bandolier bag? Those they'll wear. Now, it's hard for him. I don't ever see him wearing any other type of bag than that, but I'm just happy he's carrying a bag. Um, Craig says, yes, but with YouTube being income this year, you can really maximize your losses because income, trust me, it's worth every single penny to. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not knocking the CPA. I'm not knocking the CPA, but I am a bad record keeper. I don't have the records to support itemization for 2024. Now, 2025 going on, I will be a much better tracking everything spent. What did I buy? All of that, because last year was much of last year was grief purchasing, losing Milo and then Watson, and then the stress with his mom. So this year, I think we're going to be a lot more um, focused and centered and not as chaotic. Let's just hope and pray because we don't need a 2024 repeat, to be honest with y'all. I don't need that. The two babies we have now are the best things ever. We love them so much. They make us so much happier, and we want to be home. We want to stay home. We want to be home. I want to take care of my home. I want to decorate. I want to cook in my kitchen again. I want to rearrange the furniture again. I want people to come over again. This has not happened for years because of all the stress, anxiety. Like my dad passed 5 years ago. His mom, well, I guess this is the sixth year. His mother lived here for 4 years. It's been nothing but one catastrophe after the other. Like we had to remodel the house, and we had to redo the roof, and then we had the car issues, and we had to buy. And for a while, we were taking his mother to all her doctor's appointments, and we kept telling her, you need to do this, and she didn't listen. She really wasn't very proactive in her own health. And we had said last year at the beginning of 2024 that I don't think your mom's going to make it to the end of the year. Well, she did. She made it right to the beginning of 2025, and she passed because her health was that poor. And she was young. She was only 73. Oh yeah, Jackie, just remember, don't forget about getting pet insurance for 2025 and keep perfect records for all those expensive tax deductibles too. Okay, I will do that. This is why I have friends. Thank you, friends, because again, up until probably this year, the standard deduction as a married couple has covered all of our taxes. That's the threshold we're in. That's the tax bracket I live in. And maybe now it will change. No, until we look at it. And we've done it every year. James spends a long time, and we've had CPA. So we've done both. We've done with a CPA, without a CPA. We've done TurboTax. We've itemized. We've done. I mean, I remember doing taxes with the booklet from the library longhand. You know, anxiety, like, am I doing this right? I never, ever, ever, ever want to be upside down with the IRS for any reason. I had to do that with my dad's estate, and it was terrifying. We're going to probably have to do that with the mother's estate. It's also terrifying. I'll stop now. This is how the rich get richer and the poor get screwed. Not fair, but true. It's true. It's absolutely truth. It's absolutely truth. No, no, Craig, actually, financially, as two individual single people, we have better options than two married people with a joint income. This is why people aren't getting married. It's like, you want to know the truth. The truth is it's cheaper, and you get my income level and his income level. Our tax bracket would be in a whole different bracket if we were just filing separately, living together, filing separately as individual humans and not married. Honestly. And that's why I've always said this. If gay couples want to get married, let them get married. Let them pay taxes. It's fine. I have so many friends now. They're like, I'm gonna get married. It doesn't do anything. They've been engaged for 10 years because they said, well, we're engaged, but really there's no benefit to being married. See all the financial advice you can muster. So so what did I do today, y'all? All right, we went to the doctors. Um we went and had lunch at a really fancy restaurant here in town that used to be on our town square. It moved off to a side road, and we've been wanting to go for a while, but we keep forgetting. And on the weekends it's mayhem and madness. There's just no point trying. So we said, let's they do a different buffet, like, each week of the month. They'll do a different type of cuisine, and this week was German food. James loves German food. So I said, well, let's go check them out. Let's go find out the German food. So we went to go get the German food, and oh my gosh, it was awesome. It was so good. We definitely ate more food than we should have. And we had to come home after eating lunch and take a nap because it was like, oh my gosh, how could I eat all this food? And James is like, this is just practice for the cruise. I'm like, you mean eat and sleep? Because this is what's going to happen on this cruise, is we're going to eat and sleep. Grace says, Craig, I believe it's financial literacy. If everything I need, more financial education also. Yeah. Grace, we can never rest on our laurels when it comes to financial freedom. Those laws change annually, so it's never an ending education. Yeah, it never ends. Um, my friend who's the CPA who we've used in the past for years, I love using him, but he's it's been a actually I have a really did you have Spätzle? They didn't have Spätzle, and they didn't have dumplings, but they had German potato salad, schnitzel, and they had some of the great cool salads that I just love that you can't really get because they're kind of German, it's like, but a lot of German settlers in Texas, in our area of Texas, and I've been to Germany a few times, so it was just really good. Like brats with kraut, red cabbage. There's just all kinds of food there, but it's really like the fried schnitzel which is just a thin pounded fried breaded cutlet of chicken or pork, and then you just throw a cream based gravy on top of our brown gravy. We did a mushroom gravy on top of it. But pickle bar. Oh, the pickle bar. I love pickles. So it was just really fun. It was just really fun. And it was nice. It reminded me of going back to like using dill in the salad. Dill is a very well used ingredient in German cuisine that doesn't get used very much here. And having like the cold shrimp salad, which is something that you don't really get here. If you do, it's like that, it's different parts of the world eats different food. I actually watch Beryl, what's her last name? Beryl. She's on YouTube and she has a show on YouTube, a really good channel, and she did a show with PBS and man, what is her name? Barrel. Let's see, you all. Yep, they had the dill and cucumber salad, one of my favorite things to eat. Every time I see it, I want to eat it, and I do whenever I see it. Okay, her name is Beryl Shirshkush. I mean, let me just type this in. There's no way I'm gonna get this right. No, look her up if you like watching ethnic food shows. You might have already seen her. She lives in, I think she's ethnically Jewish, if I'm not wrong, and she's married to an Indian, and they live in New York. If I'm remembering everything correctly. Very, very cool. And she has a really fun show where she does food from around the world. She does a cooking show. She does how does the rest of the world eat potatoes, and she'll have viewers subscribe in, and they'll our viewers will send her, make this recipe, order this food. What do people eat in the Middle East? What's Palestinian food? What's North Korean food? She's really fun to watch. If you binge watch, but don't do it hungry, because you're gonna eat food. Hey, Jeanette. Um, oh yeah, walnuts. Yeah, I love walnuts. Walnuts get a bad rap here, but I love walnuts. Um, hmm But when I had to go, so then we took a nap and then we woke up and I said, James, let's go to Target. I want to get XYZ. What I really wanted was popcorn. And because Target, not all Targets, but some Targets still make popcorn in their cafe. They have a little lunch market, and they'll normally have a Starbucks, and they'll have like a little lunch at counter where they serve hot dogs and pizza, and they'll have popcorn stills. Not all of them do, but this one does. So we have James is like, okay, let's go. So I said, I need to look and get some XYZ for the trip, and we're there, and I'm picking up a few things, and I still keep looking at the receipt. Like, how did we spend $97 at Target? Like, what did I buy? And James is like, Jackie, Target is a premium. Just by walking into Target, you just paid $5. I'm like, what? Because we don't shop at Target very often because it is 30 minutes away. Normally, when we go, I just have James go in there and get me popcorn. I do not walk into a Target because I will buy stuff. I am a shopper. Hello, my name is Jackie, and I have a shopping addiction. And so we walk in there, and I pick up a few things like he needed Dramamine. I picked up some travel hand sanitizer stuff. I've been reading like we call a hand sanitizer wipes, Perel, things like that, because I'm going to go with masses of humanity. And I want to make sure every time I touch a surface, I can either cover my hand or wipe it off with a sanitizing thing because kids touch everything. Um, so anyway, yeah, Target's not inexpensive. So when we went to the food section, and I knew this was the pitfall. I knew this is the pitfall. So I went to the food section, and I needed to get milk, a little thing of milk. I needed to get some cheese. I'm making some um, scallop potatoes tomorrow. My sister's coming over, and it's just going to be scallop potatoes. So I needed you slice the potatoes, you slice the onion really thin, you coat it in flour, you put it in a pan, you shred your own cheese, and you add a little bit of milk, and then you just salt and pepper to taste, and then you bake it. Right, my sister's favorite food, and so anyway, I had to get those two things, and then somehow the coffee got into the cart, and then I think we added a few more food things, but basically it only covered the little fold out basket, where the kids sit, and then like some drinks at the bottom. That was it. But I did have to buy a charging cable and charging brick, and that was like $27. So that was the big part of the $97. Let's read Craig's comment real quick. Last tax comment, I swear on the medical bills no longer being on your credit report. If you already have these med bills on your report, you should have contact the bureaus to have them removed. I had no idea. Going to Target is like entering a black hole. Yes, yes, it is, Miss Jelly. Um, Donna says, I spend $100 every time I try to stay out. Yeah. Jeanette says, Milo is supposed to go into boarding today, and he fought it and wouldn't stay in the carrier and broke Wow. Milo's a feisty cat. Um, yeah, Target's dangerous, so I don't really go there. And so we went in, but so I should have just James is a little biased when it comes to electronics. So he likes getting branded electronics like Anchor. And the last charging brick I purchased was an Anchor, $60. And I'm like, and it's not, it doesn't, it's losing its tracking. I guess it's holding a charge. It has juice in the bank, but the display that shows me what I have isn't isn't you know display. So I'm like, okay. Um, so it was very frustrating for me because I didn't know if my charging brick actually had charge, and my phone is at the point where I need to charge it pretty regularly, even though I'm just reading on it. It drains battery like you would not believe. Because my phone's getting a little obsolete. Whatever. So anyhow, I said, James, hey, we're done here. You check out. I'm going to walk over to Eight Below, which is right next to the Target, which is my favorite place to go because I love toys and fandoms. And he hates going in there. He hates going into Eight Below because it's a junk store for him. Everything's haphazard. Now, the one that Craig lives next to is amazing, like literally amazing. The one I live next to, not amazing, not cool. Um, Let me see. Okay. Love Target, says Craig. Apple Blonde, I think today is the least amount of money I spent at Target is $20. Yeah. That's pretty, you bought a book? Because that's how it would be. Yeah, they really know how to pull you in. So I went to Eight Below. I picked up one figurine, which James has in the other room, and a charging cord and a plug-in brick, a lot like this one, but this one's Anchor. This one's a C to C. But I wanted one with just two 8As, or 8A, two A slots. But most of them have an A slot and a C slot now, and so I wanted to go, how expensive these things are at Target. I'm like, what the hell? And I spent $13 on a charging cable cord. I felt ripped off. And I spent $15 on the brick, right? So I went over to the Eight Below, and there they are. Every charging cable I could want for $6. And then so I bought a cable there. And then I bought a plug-in brick like this an A with an A and a C for $5. And then I bought a one little Funko Pop figurine, and then I got a um 2 drinks, and we walked out of there $21. If I had just walked into the Eight Below first and sent James to go get the popcorn, we would have saved ourselves like $60. I still would have had to get milk and cheese, but that's all I really, really needed. So hair ties and alcohol, because guys, I did not know Target sold beer. What planet have I been living on? I walked in there, and right there at the very front aisle was the Shiner, which is a brand of beer, Blonde Strawberry, which is seasonal. I'm like, what the heck? I did not. I knew they sold wine, I guess, somewhere in the back of my mind, but they've never had like alcohol front and center. And it was like, walk into the store, and to the right, there's alcohol. Like, hello, alcohol. It's like, Jackie, what did you do? Oh, my finger. I cut the skin too close, and it was bleeding. It's probably stopped bleeding now, but I haven't taken off the Band-Aid. But I gave blood on this hand. So I had to give blood out on my hand because I'm a hard stick. So I had a blue bandage over here and a blue bandage over here. Um yeah, this is my own stupidity. It's okay. Um Five Below is dangerous. Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's called Eight Below now, right? Because mine's Eight Below. It's not, or maybe is it called Five Below? I don't know. It's not Five and Below anymore, though. So I have the back. There's the front of the store, and then the back of the store. The back of the store, everything's over $5, and then the front of the store, everything's under $5. Um, Rubbing alcohol, Jackie. Okay, do that. I can do that too. Um, always first. Yes. I should have gone there first. Totally should have gone there first. They have all the charging things, and I knew that. I knew that in the back of my mind, but James hates going into those types of places. I buy Temu. It's all made in China. I don't care what badging you put on there. And with the way I break cables and the way I lose stuff, I don't want to spend $60 on a charging brick. I just don't want to. Um I love the candy section at Five Below. I used to think Eight Below sold winter clothes and stuff. Then I heard it sold mostly stuff under $8. Yes, that's what I thought too, Jennifer. I did not know anything about that store. My sister told me about it because she found some stuff for her kiddo. And then Craig is the one who really told me about it. And the one, again, I'm telling you, the one where he lives, awesome. Most of the coolest stuff I've ever, and every time I go in there, I keep thinking maybe I'll hit the jackpot like the last time I went to see Craig. Because the last time I went to go see Craig, I think I spent like $60 in the Eight Below. That's a lot of $5 things. Um, thank you, Jeanette. Hey, Deal Botham. Um, Philly and PA, you can only buy liquor at a liquor store, and recently they just started selling at supermarkets, and you can spend like $25 on something on liquor at the super. Yeah, here in Texas, grocery stores, you cannot sell liquor on Sunday. We have weird laws. But so grocery stores don't actually carry liquor. You have to go to a liquor store for hard liquor. But if you want beer and wine are in the stores. But on Sunday, you can't buy beer or wine till afternoon. Literally afternoon. The register will not let you buy it. So Saturday night, a lot of people go do beer runs, and I call a lot of our Stop and Robs, which is literally the gas stations, they're beer boxes. People go in there and buy beer. Some of the nicest beer sections are in convenience stores. They have entire beer rooms in some of the bigger gas stations. Um anyway, I'm so messed up. I fell asleep and thought it was midnight. No, I hate that. I hate when that happens. Been there, done that. Um so if we were to buy alcohol at a supermarket and spend $100, you would have to swipe my card 4 times to have, oh my gosh, same weird laws. Avalon, I know, right? Yeah, Dee, I'm hoping you're feeling well. I'm so excited. I have not been this excited to go on vacation in such a long time, guys. I was telling James, like, I don't know why this is so different, but I think I do. Because we've always had to worry about his mother, um, and someone's had to be here or available, or when she was here when we were gone, we couldn't leave her alone, so we always had to have our sister-in-law come up here, and then our dogs had to have a sitter if that wasn't not both at the same time, whatever. So it's always very stressful to have a vacation, and this is the first time we're taking the grandpuppies over to see go on a little vacation. I have a 2-week vacation. Hopefully they'll come back not too heavy, because they're really good at conning you out of their food, out of your food. Going good, Miss Jelly. I'm out of the Yes, that's awesome. Out of the knee brace. Jesus doesn't drink beer until afternoon on Sundays. California grocery wait a minute. Wait. Let me go back up. California grocery stores, you can buy wine, beer, and hard liquor, but no sales between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. That matters. But right before 2 a.m., just buy 12 cases of beer. It's like whatever. At the airport in Philly, they can't sell liquor before 7 a.m. I try to make sure the flights are later in the morning. Jesus, make me wine before at that time, Jolie. Yep. Looking forward to Wednesday. Yes. I'm so excited. We're gonna go meet up. I'm very, very excited. I'm so excited about all of this whole trip. I'm super excited about. Um I'm slowly getting over my Murakami FOMO, mainly because it's died down a little bit on the tubes. People have gotten their things, and I'm not sure if they're restocking, but some people are still getting things, you know, and so it's kind of fun to still watch. I haven't really been on YouTube today. I really haven't. I did get a new audiobook. Do you guys remember when I talked to you guys about Ruby Frankie she did the 8 Passengers family vlog, and 2 years ago, I think I talked about it, where this is not the right, shoot, did I throw away the right, oh no. Okay, I thought I threw away the wrong insulin pen. Like, I need this one, not that one. That one's empty. Um, so anyway, Ruby Frankie and Jody Hildebrand were. So Ruby was the mom. with 6 kids or something. It was called 8 Passengers, and then Hildebrand was a life coach. Anyway, they ended up getting arrested because of one of the kids, and it was just like, um, essentially it was child CA. You're not supposed to say the second word, so you're not supposed to say it out loud for whatever reason. So it's CA. They were both convicted, and so Ruby's eldest daughter, the oldest child, I do believe, she just wrote a book, and it came out, and I ordered it because she talked to the Utah Supreme Court, I believe, about child, um, what's it called? Child, I don't know the name that's escaping my mind, where kids are on YouTube. So children actors have rights. Children being exploited by their parents on YouTube have no consent. They have no rights. And they're trying to change that. And this is one of those cases that's changing this because it's family vlogging is a big thing in some sections, right? Because the kids, it's like if you think about the Duggars on TLC, and if you think about um Kate, what's her name? Kate and something plus she had the 6 tuplets with 2 kids, 8 kids. Child labor laws. Yeah, family bloggers. Yeah. So the daughter wrote a book. Yeah, it's been that long. It's been a long time. So I just ordered the book, and I want to read it because I ordered it on Audible. It's only an 8-hour listen. It sounds really good because it's basically what she says as a person who's Kate. Yeah, Kate, John. It was John and Kate plus 8. Thank you, thank you, Lisa. But what Sherry Frankie was saying in the book, and what she said to the legislation when she testified, or is it really testifying, or when she was speaking in front of the session, was that there's no way for children to give consent. As someone who grew up with her whole life being filmed, from a certain age all the way up till she could say no, um, she they don't understand the consequences. So there's really no way for a child to give consent to be filmed when that child becomes the star attraction or the income earner of the family, because then you tell your child, well, if you stop doing this, we will have to go back to work and you won't get your new toys, and the kid's gonna say, well, I want my toys. Okay, I'll keep doing it. But that's not really enough knowledge in the future. And she says there's no honest way for because family vlogging is unlike scripted television and scripted acting and scripted everything, even the reality shows. It's not very healthy for the kids. So now that we've gone through a generation where the kids have grown up after this YouTube phenomenon, or just general consumption on live, media like this, um, they're saying, hey, this got to stop. And this happened to child actors too. The child actors had to go through the experience, become adults, and then petition the courts and say, hey, look, all this money I earned, my parents used it, I have nothing. This cannot be this. We need protections. I'm working, I'm doing labor, but my money and my earnings are gone. And there's so many examples of that. So I was really interested in this case. I don't watch family vloggers. I don't have children. I do know people who do have children are very careful about not showing their children on social media, like this. That's just kind of open and out there, because you don't know. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen to those kids. I, as an adult, can make the choice to say what I want to say, do what I want to do, but kids, smart YouTubers limit their children being seen on camera. Yeah, yeah, very smart. You might hear them, you might see a cameo, but they're not the reason you're on YouTube. And the thing with people, there's this misconception with, hey Jane, with family vloggers, that the mother is showing, oh, what a great mother I am by doing all this. But they're not why people are watching you. They're watching your children more than they're watching you, the momfluencer or whatever. So it's very interesting. So we're going to see how that goes. I think it was interesting how they put the kids in, how the I believe last I heard, the children actually, the minor children went to foster. I'm not sure if the bio dad got the children back. That I don't know, and I'm not gonna go looking because it's none of my dang business. But um, it was just interesting. I'm just happy they got the kids were okay, you know. And it's interesting to hear the point perspective of Sherry as the eldest daughter. Lisa, with the Ruby Frankie case, it's is deep. It's really messed up. Yeah, it goes down far because you're looking at religion issues, you're looking at family vlogging issues, you're looking at is it social media or is it the religious aspect that caused this to happen? But and the thing is that the women, they don't think that they did was abuse, which I should be saying out loud, but oh well. um Demi Lovato is spearheading an initiative in California to protect children and their earnings from California right now. Yeah, because she was another one of them. All the Disney kids, if you listen to them, they grow up. All the Nickelodeon kids, all the, you know, it's, I mean, I go all the way back to Shirley Temple, you know, because she was exploited by her parents and had nothing. You know, Mickey Rooney. Um, I'm thinking of, this is old school. National Velvet. Elizabeth Taylor, Mickey Rooney. Who was that other one? They were a bunch. They were in a bunch of cohorts. This is when the studios owned your contract and you were a studio employee. Anyway, favorite bag you're. What is everyone's favorite bag you're carrying this week? Woohoo! Jennifer says that's very important. Craig Morella says that Brooklyn 39. Your bag is beautiful. Miss Sophie wanted to go live in it. Craig says, Lisa, I was in the Birkin 40 all week. Jolie says, the Reed Karkoff at Lantique still. Miss Jelly, you gotta protect the little ones. Lisa says, oh my gosh, I want that Brooklyn 39. Lisa, take it or leave it, says, okay. Oh, sounds amazing, Craig. I'm totally becoming a big bag girl. Yeah, I love big bags. I love big bags. Marilla, thank you, Lisa. I got it in black. Oh, I thought, wait a minute. Am I getting you confused again? I thought you got it in cognac, or is that somebody else who has a cat named Sophia? Why do I get you two confused? Oh, Jackie Coogan, yep. Of course, the only color I am a New Yorker girl. Oh, black, yeah. Jackie Coogan laws were designed to protect kids, guess not. Yeah, it's not enough. Things have changed. That's the problem. The actress in Wizard of Oz, Judy Garland. Thank you, Jennifer. That's the other one. They were big cohorts. Yes. You know when Judy Garland turned 26, they considered her to wash out has been. Like whatever. Long shop like large small top handle bag in brown, says Apple Blonde. Morella says Empire in honey. Oh, I got the bags confused between the Empire and the Brooklyn. That's what it was. Thank you, Morella. Yeah. I'm like, I can't be confusing this. I just saw this on YouTube. Or on not YouTube, but Instagram. Oh, nice apple wand. Love a Boston bag. I love a Boston bag. I was carrying the Bleecker duffel today. I love bags. Nobody is surprised. Nobody is surprised. Um, I did not buy a bag today. Yay! I did carry a bag today. Let me show you the bag I carried. Um, So you saw me go into this and show you yesterday. This is the one I was using. I got this from Cass, 5 foot nothing. I love this bag. I am ever so grateful she gave this up to me because this bag is amazing. This bag is lightweight. It's lined. It's beautiful. It has this beautiful suede backside of the strap. It does not fall off my shoulder. I adore it. Only thing that could make this bag better in my life is if it was blue. But I can't just live on blue bags. I know, I know. You're like, Jackie, whatever. This is an Elizabeth and James bag. They don't make it anymore. I got this from Kaz. I went looking on eBay. I did find a couple I would like to buy again, or additionally. But then I look at my bag collection and said, Jackie, you don't need it. Love the one I have from Kaz. It means more because it does come from Kaz and it came from Australia. It flew a long way to get here. I mean, I can't afford that flight, but this little box bag was able to fly. Of course, it's flying in a cargo hold in the belly of an airplane. So, I can't live in those conditions. I have to have a pressurized air cabin. But, it flew all the way over here and I love it. It's so lightweight. I understand how she loves this bag. I was watching one of her videos. Was it today's video? Yes, it was today's video where she got or was it yesterday's video? Whichever video, she was opening up a Givenchy denim pouch. Oh my God, was that thing gorgeous? Yes, I went looking. No, I can't find it. No, I can't afford it. But she's going to consign her denim Antigona, which I love. But I understand why she's getting rid of it. The opening is like it doesn't really open, and you have to, when you put your hand in it, like eats your hand, because that's the same complaint everybody has with the Antigona. But it's so pretty. Um, let's see, that's cute, Jackie. Donna, your bag sounds gorgeous. So anyway, Luxation. Hello, Luxation. No, I am going to be moving into this bag because this bag I've decided is the one going with me to on my trip. So it is. I know you said it was blue, but it still looks black to me. Black and gray wool. I love this bag. This is the trapeze. So this is a black strap and this is a black. So I'm like, it's not blue. Anyway, it's whatever color it is. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, and it's going with me. And I like it because there's a couple things. First of all, it's really lightweight. It's easy to carry. Um, and the trapeze, you can find them now anywhere between 200 for not the best condition, up to over 1,000 for a really nice condition. Says midnight blue. Yes. Well, okay, midnight blue I can see. It's a dark, dark blue. But what I like about this bag the most is that it has a zipper, and a flap. So I can zip it right here, and then I'm gonna probably carry it winged out, and the wings snap. I had it I might have it folded in for a while too. I don't know. Um, but I'm not gonna move into this until later because I have Sunday I'm going out of town and I don't want to take this one with me in the car with the puppers because the puppers are like pugs and pug litter is a thing. They shed over everything and I don't want to get that much fur on my beautiful bag here. So we're trying to keep it as shiny as I can. And I need to spray it down. Yeah, I need to spray it down. Yeah. So I need to spray the wool, and I need to condition the leather. So I'm gonna do that today actually, and then give it a bit of a rest so it can chill out and look great. Um, that Speedy sounds amazing. I love red epi. I love red epi Speedy. Oh my gosh, I have a black box. I have a box black medium Antigona and it's worth the hand scratch. I think it's worth the hand scratches to me too. I honestly do. I think it's beautiful. Some things that is one of the few things I will suffer for beauty. Mm-hmm. I will suffer for beauty. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The because I don't actually go in and out of my bag very often. I don't really mind a fussy opening because honestly, as I keep telling y'all, I travel with James. We are almost always together. I almost never have to reach into my wallet to pay for anything because guess what? It's a joint bank account and his debit card. It all goes to the same dang place. So since his wallet is right there in his pocket, I rarely have to use my wallet. So I rarely have to get anything out of my purse. It's really just for me to have things in there for my security and self. Like I know I have, these things in my bag if I need them. There's a red Epi Speedy 30 on eBay for $350. I'm interested. No, no, Jackie, no. I would not be shocked, Craig, if I have that on my heart. Because I have been looking at the Epi Speedies again. I have a black one. I'm trying to be good. Um, Well, I'm trying to be realistic. I have to pay for 3 vacations this year, and they're not cheap. So I just have to, stop it. I don't need another Speedy. I have one. It's black. Just because I want a red one doesn't mean I need to get a red one. Yeah, the 30 is too big for me, says D. Yeah, yeah, the 30 is too big for you, D. Because if the large Rowan's too big, it's too big. That's too big. Don't get Speedy 30. I want a black Epi Alma BB. Yeah, that's pretty. That's a pretty bag. Apple blonde. So I do probably. Nah, I'm fine. I don't know if I'm gonna go or do anything tomorrow. I don't think I need a bag tomorrow. Apple, there's a lot of good Almas on the I love Almas and Speedies, and I don't care if people call them basic. They're my type of basic. It's like, hello. I did change my display a little bit. I got one of those display cases. Unfortunately, it's reflecting my computer screen, so I may have to change things around again. Um, but I put my Funko Pops and my little collection of figurines in a little case so people could see them. And then I'm changing stuff around my room so I could have more space. Um, Evelyn, I have that one. It's great. I love the silver hardware. Yeah. I just love bags. And I just don't think I can. I love Louis Vuitton, but Louis Vuitton and Coach are both becoming a love-hate. I mean, Coach has been a love-hate. And I'm sitting here with dilemma, y'all. I have a real dilemma. There is an opportunity, if it's still available, that I can buy a Celine Phantom denim. I think it's the medium for about a little over $200. Now, there's a flaw on the handle. The leather's been scraped. I don't care. I can fix that. I mean, it's never gonna look new. There's some edge. There's some scraping on the piping. It looks. It has a vibe. It's not. It's not brand new. Okay, and or do I get the brand new Coach Rowan denim? I'm sitting here like, which one do I really want? You know, since I was looking at the Celine Phantoms because I like the Celine Phantoms. I really love Celine bags in life, but it's not really something I buy very often, and all the ones I buy are vintagey. Like I think the nicest one I have are both came from Craig. One came from Luxational, but that was vintage. One was my vintage one. I do have a Celine boogie bag I haven't even used because it's a very specific red with a contrasting stitch. Um, Coach is going to have a denim drop either the end of this month or the end of February. I'm not sure. I think Sias told me, and we think it's going to be right at the right beginning end, either next week or the week after. They're going to drop a denim collection in the outlet. And it's going to be the CC denim print and they have a Rowan, a large Rowan. They have couple other small bags. Um, Speeds and M's are my fave LV designs, not basic at all, classic and iconic. I have a red Epi leather Petite Noe. I also have a black Epi Alma PM and a yellow Alma PM, all vintage. Oh wow, that's so cool, D. I love that. I love that. I think that's amazing. Applebaum says that's also why I want black. I have a very few bags that are black with silver hardware. I have a red Epi Alma with gold hardware. So now, yeah, silver. Yep. Has a denim drop. It hasn't dropped yet. It's going to drop. Craig, I have to take a look because I would like a red Epi Speedy too. I got the email from Coach last night for the denim drop. Nice! Epi LV, best place to source is best price on the web. I think you mean eBay. Um, I love Alma's, says D. For the longest time, I wanted a Celine Nano luggage bag. I finally dropped off my wish list, says Katie. Really? I'm still looking at them. Okay, I'm not looking at the nano size. I'm still looking at the Celine luggage, and it's James Jam because she has so many of them. But honestly, I think I like the Phantom more than I like the luggage. Yeah. Would love to see a new Burrow collection by Coach. Right. You know, but the last one they launched, I don't think it did well. I saw a lot of those go on sale. Yes, eBay, not sure how that happened. Yeah. Yeah, eBay does have some really good prices for the Epi because Epi's so durable. It's just a bag that keeps on going. Again, either you love Epi or you hate Epi. I don't see people in between. But Coach and I are in this love-hate. I love them. I just can't afford them. Coach, I love them. I can't afford them, but they do this little boutique outlet swaps that drive me nuts. Because my favorite styles actually have been out of the outlet. I've always liked the outlet bags, the styles in the outlet bags. But they change them out so fast. Like they used to have the Morgan, they got rid of the Morgan. Now they have the Eliza, and now they have the Terry, and then they have the Gracie, and then they have thank goodness they've kept the Rowan. And now the men's section in Coach has stayed pretty consistent. They have not changed that one. The Gotham is the Gotham, and but they used to have the Dempsey tote. Now they don't have the Dempsey tote. Now it's the Smith tote. And every time they do a new version of something, the price goes up just a bit. You know, I love my Celine mini luggage bag so good. Yay! The last one was totally different. Yeah, I agree. The last one was totally different. It was too different, Morella. Rowans are the best of oh yeah, Rowans are the absolutely best style of the outlet bags. Is the Rowan. I absolutely agree. But I also really like the Morgan. And I liked a lot. I mean, I don't really mind how they use sometimes the Rider that was an outlet or that was a boutique bag ended up becoming the Millie, which is a redesign, but the vibe of the boutique into the outlet that was just like seasoned. It was just like a splash and gone. Um, I would like to see the Dreamer come back, in all honesty, with Coach. I really would like to see the Dreamer come back. I think that's a beautiful collection. I think the leather was excellent, and there's no real comparison to the Dreamer collection in any of the leathers now, in my humble, if not expert opinion. Craig says so. Supposedly, Coach was intending a complete line of different silhouettes under the Burrow line, but it's on hold because the first one they released didn't do well. Yes, because the first one they released wasn't nothing related to the original Burrow. You can't. You can't. And then that Burrow bag again is the best bag I think Coach has ever made. And then they gave us their new edition of it. Like it looked nothing like it. Nothing. Craig, I didn't even get the first one, not even close to the original. Yeah, not even near, not even similar. I'll carry my Dreamer on Wednesday. You'll love it. Yay! Okay. So I still have no idea what to pack. I still have not packed. I have done laundry. I think I've washed everything I have washed is current. Everything but what I'm wearing has been washed. So I have washed all of my clothes. So I have everything to pick from. And of course, I'm sitting there like looking at the weather report and I'm looking at my clothes. I'm like, I hate being cold. I hate it. But then I don't want to be too hot. So it's like, what do I do? Marilla, right, but that's why it was called the Burrow Bowler. Supposedly been many different ones under the Burrow line. Sure, they love using the same names and recycling. Dee says I need to do laundry. I hope they release the total style ones, the tote style one, Craig. There's a couple bags I wish, with all the bags that they have. Oh, Dee says it will not be warm there. Okay, so sweaters it is. Well, I know where you're at, but when we get down to Fort Lauderdale and sail out, the Bahamas, I guess for those 2 or 3 days we're over there, it is supposed to be in the 60s. But in the 60s, I still wear a sweater. So, uh, it really does depend on how much heating the ships put in there. When we went on the cruise in January the first cruise we went on was to Progreso, Mexico. And it was pretty chilly. It was pretty chilly. The weather, I mean, that's why cruising in the Caribbean in January is so cheap. It's not the best time of year. When people think of a Caribbean cruise, they think sunshiny beach. I live in Texas. I don't need sunshiny nothing. I just want okay weather, really nice views looking at the water. I'm not getting in the water. I'm not going to the beach. I am not. People like, I want this exotic beach location. This is the pitfall of having lived and grown up in Thailand, going to waterfalls and beautiful oceans and clear everything and sandy beaches and people go to Thailand for vacationing. I grew up there, right? So when I came to America and saw what we call a beach, I'm like, great. Especially the Gulf of Mexico, not the coolest beach. And then I even seen the Pacific coast. Nice, great sand, cold water. Single digits here too, Craig. No, Jennifer. Well, Jennifer, where you're at should be single digits. D will not be warm here. Craig says it's going to be in the single digits here next week. It's 50 right now, and we're always get a blessing before curse here. Nay, dang. They're calling for 20 degrees down here where I'm at. It rarely gets below freezing. It might freeze a couple nights the entire year. But honestly, we're gonna be right before the storm hits. So as we were driving, as I guess as the Arctic blast really takes into effect, we're gonna be driving Monday morning across Texas into Louisiana. And so hopefully it's gonna be cold, but we're gonna hopefully miss the super cold. We might be right there at the cusp. If I could miss my Monday doctor's appointment, we would be driving there. We could have been driving there now. But no, I have a Monday's doctor appointment and my doctor takes 6 months to see. So no, we're not rescheduling. It's a diabetic appointment. I have to see this doctor. This is how I'm alive. It's like, I do think I'm going to get demoted to coming back every 3 months rather than coming back every 6 months because I think my numbers are not going to be great. We will see tomorrow. I will see on Monday. I have a 10-minute drive from the beach. I like looking at it, but I hate sand. Yeah, me too. I will literally drive by the beach. I will drive to the beach, park by the beach, and stare at the ocean and never walk in it. First of all, there's too much biology in an ocean. And I have a healthy respect for water. I don't mind being on a big giant boat. You will not see me in a small yacht. Don't bring that with you. Oh, the cold weather. Hello, late to the party as usual. Hey, Erin. Um, guess you better leave the faucet dripping. Yeah, I'm a little worried about the weather and because we are, but my sister does live an hour away. I have a friend who lives 10 minutes away if we need to. If something happens, I don't know. I'm going to talk to James and see what should we do. Um, Oh, thank you, Luxational. Praying for you too, girl. Actually, I pray for everybody. So, you know, I'm one of those pray as I go people. There's a lot of people that have to there's a whole process to prayer, and I'll be sitting in the car, I'll be sitting doing whatever. I'm like, God, and I'll just sit there and talk to him. Like, thank you. I say thank you a lot to God because sometimes the best thing He's ever done for me is not answer my prayers, and sometimes I realize that. So sometimes I have to say thank you, and sometimes I reflect on what I say, and I'm trying to be careful about what I say because I said several months ago now, before the holiday season start, like I really don't want to have Thanksgiving with your mother, James, and I really don't want to have to deal with Christmas with your family. And guess what? Both those things came true. Not in the way I expected, not in how I wanted it. What I would have liked is that James and his family deal with his family and I just not go. What happened was his mother was in the hospital Thanksgiving and in Christmas time too. So yeah, it was because this is not exactly what I meant. I told God that. I said, God, this is not exactly what I meant when I said I didn't want to spend Christmas with his family. But thank you for answering the prayer in the way I didn't expect, and I guess is on your time, and so that's why I try not. People say manifest stuff. I'm like, I don't want to manifest stuff. You do not know what that means. I'm fine with just going with the flow and having the hits come rolling in. D says we all need prayers. Yeah. Katie says I'm diabetic too. I've been doing phone visits with my doctor when my numbers aren't great. A1C every 3 months. I test twice a day, and they remote monitor and adjust meds as needed. That's pretty good. I'm a horrible tester. I need to test, and I don't test like I should. Thank you, says Craig. I need a union meeting. Craig says, I've been bed bound all week and trying to regulate my numbers to avoid a hospital stay. hospital stay worker this far. Oh, I can read. Um, but I hate being bedbound. Yes, yes, it's the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst. Being in bed because you have to be in bed. Sometimes we lament, say, "Oh, I wish I could stay in bed all day," unless you're the person who has to stay in bed all day. Um, so yes, I don't say that out loud either. You know, um, so I try not to. I try not to say stuff like that. I try not to. Oh, I wish I'd be staying home in bed all day. No, you don't. If you ever had to be in bed all day for many days in a row, it's not that great. It's actually very painful. Pressure, joint issues, even with the most amazing bed. Like I spent 3 months bedbound, non-weight bearing, and I had I don't know, some like extremely fancy air mattress bed thing that constantly circulated so that because I could not be placed on my left or my right. I could only be on my back. You know, I just saw the weather. The blast is coming with you, Jackie. They are projecting a highs. Okay. I think I'll be packing more sweaters than I planned. I think the game is t-shirt sweaters. I need to find where my pants are for my Under Armour pants that I can put underneath my jeans. Because at 45, I'm gonna need something to break the wind. Jeans won't cut it. No, he's just having to be in bed right now, Aaron, because of his numbers, to avoid the hospital. What I hate more than being bedbound is hospital stays. Hell no. Yeah, I agree with you. I only want to be in a hospital if my life is at the point where only IV intervention is needed in my monitoring. Because you don't rest in a hospital. Um, Nobody rests in a hospital. You might doze off and get some sleep and get stable. You need to be there when you need to be there, but nobody wants to stay there. Um, D says, I can't stand to be in bed all day. I get back. Oh, yeah, your back hurts. Your bones hurt. Your body's meant to move. That's awful, Craig. I'm sorry to hear you're still struggling. Yeah. Numbers. Um, Blood sugar numbers, Aaron. You know. Okay, who called me? Okay. I need this purse. The color. Jackie, help me find this bag. Oh, great. Of course she gives me an impossible task. This Do you know how hard it is to find pink bags at Dooney and Burke? No. Um oh, oh, let me see if I can find this. My sister sent me a photo of something. She wants me to find this for her because she needs it. I guarantee you she won't want to pay for it. This is the bag. It perfectly matches this pink Stanley cup. This is a Dooney. This is not just any Dooney. This is a pink on pink Dooney bucket bag. Yeah. Huh. I found 5 pink Dooney bags on Posh this week. Did you see any of them that look like this? You know, Craig, I need this. I'm gonna send you this photo, Craig, because I hate when my sister does this. She thinks I'm a genie. Um, I'm not a genie. I use Google image search like everybody else. I saw a satchel recently. Um, we know that, Craig. We are definitely a fighter. Yes, Craig will fight through it. Oh, he needs this. He has some stuff to look forward to in 2025. You, sir, cannot go anywhere. You got to be here. Do you have gloves? I just got some cheap. Oh, I do have some gloves. Good. Thank you for reminding me. They're in the car. I don't have a knit cap though. I might have to buy a beanie because I normally just wear a ball cap. But if it's really cold, um, this is why I haven't cut my hair because normally I've already cut my hair already. Um, no buckets. Yeah, yeah. I think she really just wants that color. Jennifer is a pink fanatic. Actually, what she wanted for her wedding color, I'll show you, was a veil, a paler, even paler version of this in silk, right? She loves this hue, shade, whatever you call this, of pink. Her husband hates it. So she's always he loves neon. So her wedding colors were not pink. I don't remember what her wedding colors were. I was sick. Um, Stay off the banana peel. I have no idea what that means. I have a Taffy Rogue 25 for sale. Is that and it's that color. Wow, nice. Yeah, my sister's cheap though. She's not gonna pay for nothing. She normally takes bags out of she pays $200 for a sweater, but she will not spend $200 on a bag. It is like pulling teeth to get her to buy. She will buy the clothes before she buys a bag. I will buy a bag before I buy clothes. Dee Dee will buy a charm before she buys a bag. We all have our things. I have a heated vest, heated hand warmers, gloves, and hat. Well, Lisa, you live where you need to have those things. Um, cannot deal. I hate cold. And the other foot and glove. Wow. Now I need to decide what footwear I'm going to bring. I normally. Oh, let me show you the picture that. Um, oh, that's a good one. Craig already found a good one in that color. Let me see. There we go. Here's the photo that Aaron sent. Sorry, Aaron Wells. This is I did that to her last time too. Um, taffy, taffy pink. Jen's shade is a lot lighter than that one. She likes a lighter color than that. It's almost like a blush rose. More like your the tea rose one you have. Oh, Craig, you are a genius. Um, yeah, she's still not gonna buy that for 95 bucks. Let me see what the other one was. Maybe the other one she'll get. That Dylan, because that Dylan's pretty. Oh, of course, it's $115. Well, and since I don't buy a lot of pink bags, do I have one around here to give her? No. You know, I barely buy pink bags. You know what? This is because I sold that dragon fruit bag. I swear. She mentioned something about that dragon fruit bag, and I said, Jennifer, it's too small. She goes, I know it's small, but it's so pretty. I'm like, whatevers. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. What did I do? What did I do? Um, let me, okay. Let me close this because I need to concentrate, not get distracted. Oh, Craig, this was gorgeous. Okay, I got distracted. Look at this color. She won't like it though because it's too small. She's also, as a school teacher, totes are her things. The bigger the bag, like the bucket, I think is a part of what she liked about that bag is the pink and the bucket. We'll wait till summer comes around. I mean, not Coach. They'll have another pink. She hasn't seen my doll's kill bag yet. She's gonna come tomorrow because I'm making ham, and she's gonna come up. If I cook, my sister will magically show up, and I haven't been cooking lately, so she's been a little sad. So I mean, when I say lately, I mean years. So she wants me. Um, she used to stop at my house every day, all the time to get food. She can cook, y'all. She's a good cook, but her family are really food picky, extremely food picky. So she actually put some lipstick on. I am just remembered. Nope, that's perfume, Jackie. That's perfume. That's not lipstick. Let me get my lipstick bag. Um, my lipsticks. That's a color I like a lot. It's more pink than orange. Um, oh, I wanted to wear this one. I really like this one, but this is very weird. Uh, this is that. I should probably leave this out to take with me because it's really moisturizing. This is that Shine. I don't think it's lip glow. Is it lip glow? What is this thing called? Dior Addict. It's called Wilder 922, and it's the shiny lipstick. I love this. Oh, I should probably take that. I do have a lip glow. This one. I'll take this one too. Because it's going to be cold and windy, and I'm going to need moisturizer on my lips. And I love the way this looks for the first 30 minutes. And then the shine wears off, especially if you're talking. And then it kind of fades a bit. But I love this color. I love this color. It's just one of those perfect colors that's like raspberry red, but not too berry. I sent you a text. Let me see. What did Dee send? me. Ooh, that's a pretty one too, Craig. Yes, that's probably exactly it. Try this on Dooney. Um, of course it's a brand new bag. It's a brand new bag. Um, D found it. That's the bag. That's literally the bag. Um, so let me go find this on, and then I will send her the link and say, yeah, sure, you can buy this. Um, Craig's on a mission now. He's just sent me all these pink bags. Okay, let me go to Dooney. Such a bad host. Let's see. Dooney and Burke. And let's go to the website. And then let's go for uh let's go for too many pop-ups. Do you ever notice that? Like all the pop-ups, it's like pink bucket. Okay. Let's take a look. No, I didn't like that parameters. So let's go with pink. Let's go by color. We'll go by color. No, that's the Saffiano one. That's not the one you showed me. Um, hmm. I'll find this later. I'll find it. I will find it. Pink. Bags. Oh, the Luca leather, the brand new. Okay, that was the brand new. I haven't touched that one yet. I really, really want to. The Luca collection. Yeah, yep. Should have known there. Should have known. Should have known. Oh yeah, she's not paying that. Oh gosh, this is a $300 bag. Leave it to my sister. It will go on sale eventually because it's brand new. TikTok will go dark on Sunday. Just got a new news drop. Really? Like for real, TikTok's really going down? I didn't think it would really come to fruition. I really didn't. Do you think everybody's going to jump back onto YouTube or Instagram? I know some. Saya sent me an Instagram thing about this YouTuber or this TikToker who's moving over to Instagram and doing a giveaway and looking for followers. So I'm like, whoa. Um, and I was talking to my husband about this, like, what the heck is the deal with Instagram? Why is it this like big deal? And why are why? And James says it's popular and China owns it. I'm like, China owns everything. China owns most of our debt. I don't understand. What's the deal? You know? Maybe it will, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. I don't know. I think they'll do something to stop it. I just can't imagine. Um, I just really can't imagine TikTok going down just because it's owned by China. I mean, I understand that if you're a state employee, you don't put this on your government issued devices, but if you're a personal human just going around life, who cares? Um, you know. Yeah, I just hope it's just, information, user information taken by the Chinese government. So, do you know that every government has satellites well, most every government has satellites in our spaces and everything's been filmed already? It's like, honestly. And just by using, um, yeah, like, really, do you want to see my shopping trends? How much money I spend? Most of it is Temu. I'm sure they already know. No more fact checking on Facebook or IG sucks. Uh, yeah, but yeah, Zuckerberg, yeah, no more fact checking. Well, I don't really think the fact checking was really um you have to look at your sources, honestly, and at this point in life, things get published so fast. I'm not even sure the people writing articles could fact check anything. China data mine say no, I'm a cat crazy, right? They know exactly how many Labubus I own. Let me just put it that way. You know, DJI. is under constant threat of their drones being banned. Yeah, yeah. I know. And here's the thing, even the ones that aren't banned, because in the state of Texas, we have drones we are allowed to use as a state government agency and drones we cannot use. Um, the parts, it's all about the parts. It comes right down. So until we bring more manufacturing into in-house again, it doesn't matter. You know, it's like most of the chips in your car, they're all made overseas too. And they're owned by, it might be sold 3 times before it gets stamped forward, but it's been sourced 3 times and made. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Um, I think if TikTok goes dark and stays dark, I'll just go dark socially too, sit here and wait for the aliens to come take me away. Well, Craig, as long as your darkness does not include hanging out with us, I am okay with that. And if the aliens come hang out with you, tell them to swing by over here because James would like to meet them. James has always been a space person. Jesus, I don't need anyone to fact check for me. I have sense. You know what my common sense tells me about stuff I read? Um, it's all not true. I have to verify everything with actual textbooks. And I know people don't like textbooks anymore, but to publish them, Happy Friday. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Scott. I'm still too old to be. I'm too old to be on TikTok. I have never started TikTok. I can't deal with another thing. Craig, if the aliens take you away, have them swing by and get me right, deep, right, right. It's like I'll go with them. Trolls and bot farms will swarm just like X. Oh, well, farms still swarm. Yeah, they still do that. I mean, YouTube can't even deal with the bots that they got now. You know, I still come to y'all's lives, but will not longer be on social media. I'm barely on social media other than Instagram, and mostly on Instagram, I'm posting my photos of my bags and looking at other people's amazing bags because I love bags. But so my social media feed and even my Facebook feed is really all bag related. I really don't get a bunch of news unless somehow the algorithm hiccups or something. I have no political stuff. I follow nobody political. I really honestly follow it's all dog pictures and bag pictures. Seriously. If they want to data mine how many Great Dane rescues I follow or corgi pictures I have or go for it. Actually it's more pugs. I have a lot of pug. I follow a lot of there's lots of Facebook profiles and Instagram profiles that are people's pets and their pets have their own Instagram page. Yes, I find them and I follow them. It's fun. Bunch of Great Danes, bunch of and they film their dogs. One of them is Roscoe. He's a Great Dane out of I think they live in St. Louis. I think it's St. Louis because they're Chief fans and but they Roscoe and I love watching the reels. I just watch that dog. It's just so much fun. That dog is a beautiful Great Dane and it's just so much fun to watch. That's what mine will be since Jolie. um I still yeah. I watch I follow a couple Great Dane families that post about their Great Danes and I watch a bunch of like when I'm not watching YouTube about handbags, I'm watching YouTube about true crime. I love watching true crime, not told by the news. The news is weird when they're talking about crime reporting. I like the crime reporting on YouTube where the people have researched it. The crimes have already happened, the sentences have already happened, things are finished. They're looking at all the public information and the history and going through the deep dive, and then they're organizing it, and then they're telling you what happened. That's fun for me because I like listening and hearing how it broke down, where it went, how they found them, what was the end result, what was the sentence. That's interesting to me. The way news reporters report crime, it's very sensational. It kind of glamorizes um, criminals, where I think with crime reporting, where people are just telling the story of what had happened, um, is not, it doesn't glamorize the person who has done this. It actually focuses more on the victims, you know. Um, Craig, since I've been looking and making posts, I've lost 2 followers on Instagram, 100 and 150 on Facebook, and 30 YouTuber subs. So oh, so you've already lost a bunch of people. Sorry, 200. You've lost 200 Instagram followers just because you stopped posting? Oh, I adore true crime. My favorite is for the first 48 hours from A&E. Yeah. So I watch YouTubers like Annie Elise Tend to Life. There's a couple other ones that are just hobbyists. They're hobbyists, and they actually have a huge following. Um, sometimes I listen to Emily D. Baker. She's the lawyer that dissects current crime as it's happening and talking about what's happening and explaining things that are happening in the court system. The court system's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's hard to understand. So it's fun to listen to people who deal with it. True crime, it was sad that Dorothy Moxell died a couple weeks ago. She had fought so tirelessly for justice for her daughter. I have absolutely no clue who Dorothy Maxley is, but I did notice somebody said something about this person dying and how sad it was, and I'm like, I have no clue who you are, because I don't know much current stuff. I know stuff that happened before. As I said, I watch true crime where things have happened and have been resolved. Oh, not too much ongoing stuff because it's like the cliffhanger book. You never get to the, it's like wait, and it's years of waiting. So, but yeah, that's what I listen to on, and I used to listen to a lot more documentaries. I love documentaries, but now I'm old and jaded, and I feel like, okay, what's the narrative? Sometimes I hate knowing stuff sometimes, like who produced it, who wrote it, what who financed it, what's the agenda behind the documentary. I don't trust impartiality anymore. Um, so it's kind of like, I take everything with a grain of salt. Um, yeah. So it's just like, yeah, one of those. I do like biographies still. I don't go into them very often because I get too wrapped up, and I still love mysteries. I read mysteries, but I don't watch television. I'm on YouTube. I work. I read books, or I read audio, listen to audio, or I watch YouTube. That's really all I do. We don't have any other streaming services. When people say, what are you watching on YouTube or on Netflix? Like, I don't know, because I don't have Netflix anymore. And it's not really a matter of, it's more like how I consume, and not just the consumption of medias and stuff. It's how I relax. Hanging out with you guys um is relaxing. I used to do all my television watching when I was stitching. I would stitch and watch TV. Well, now that I can't stitch anymore, I stopped watching television because it's just, I can't just watch television. I cannot just focus on the television. If I'm watching a television, I'm on my phone. Or the only time I just watch a show is in a movie theater. James hates watching TV with me because I'm like, must be doing things. Um, the Night Stalker documentary was great on Netflix. Says D. Karen says, Jackie, will you be taking any of your Disney Dooney bags with you on your cruise? I have a Dooney Disney bag that is made. It is a cruise emblem on it for Disney Cruise Line. I have really, really thought long and hard about this because the Dooney styles I have are totes, but they're hard for me to carry. They're literally not large enough for what I need to be in them, and they're a little too heavy. So what I am going to be taking with me is my um, Disneyland Resort backpack. And that is going to be going with me. And I'm taking my Celine bag, and then my Vera Bradley, I think my Vera Bradley luggage tote duffel thing for my luggage. It's between that one or another Vera Bradley, and I actually have a custom-made luggage that I might take. It really just depends on how many sweaters I end up with and how many pairs of shoes. But, yeah, so I'm not actually taking any of my Dooney Disney. Guys, they're dropping another Disney Dooney bag, and it's Cinderella, and it's gorgeous. And I'm not a princess girl, but I have a love for Cinderella because my sister and I watched that over and over and over again ad nauseum. And it's not Cinderella we love the mice. We love the mice and the horse and all the side characters. Always love Disney's side characters. Katie Martha Moxley Kennedy, family member killed. Oh, allegedly. Watchers on Netflix is so good. Sorry, The Watcher. Hey, Craig, that's for always saying hello to me. So yeah, so I would, James gets consumey, so sometimes he will devour um entire seasons. Karen, I saw it. I follow somebody on Instagram. She always tends to have the scoop. I don't know how she does this. I don't know how she knows before. Um, Jenny, my sister responded to the text about that bag, by the way. She goes, "Oh, I think I'm not getting Queen of Sparkle for 2 months to get this bag." I'm gonna remind her she said this, that she's willing not to buy a couple sweatshirts for $200 so she can buy this purse. That's huge. Um, um, let me think. Watcher Cinderella, how do you see it? Karen, if you're on Instagram, let me see if I can find her. Um, oh, Lori just posted on Smiley Cat's Couture on her Instagram a gorgeous Louis Vuitton square scarf. That's gorgeous. Oh, and it's framed. Oh my God. That is absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you a picture. Um, this is why I can never, this is the real life of Jackie. So she got this scarf, this square scarf, silk scarf. It's a very pretty puppy dog on top of a Louis Vuitton trunk. And she framed it in her hallway. I mean, come on, look at that. Beautiful. I love buying silks and framing them and hanging them. D, it's all about the family that moves into the neighborhood and strange events being to happen almost like a house is haunted, but the neighbors doing it all based on the trust. Oh, true story. Wow. Has Levi Shiner and Naomi Watts in it. Oh, okay. That's wild, Craig. Okay, let me see if I can find this. Junie. What is her name? Do I have to go to my following? Hmm. Edit, share. Nope, that's reels. That's posts. Follower. No, nope, not followers. Following. Following. I need to look through that. Um, Let me see. Now, what is the name of this? Disney's, okay, when I find it, I'll let you know, but it's a Disney person on Instagram, and she has, she'll po I really honestly do not know how she gets this information, how she gets stock photos of the drops before they drop. But apparently on the 20th, there's gonna be a Dooney and Burke, Cinderella collaboration coming out. Um, right, Scott, I rightly highly recommend. The Watcher, I'll have to tell James. I remember that case, Katie, the Kennedy kid beat her to death with a golf club. Oh, people do awful things to each other. Mhm. This is also what I have learned from watching true crime. It's like this is why I like to stay in my little house, hang out with my dogs. Um, it's just like she's probably a Dooney influencer. You know what? You're probably right, Craig. And probably somehow associated with Disney because Dooney Disney launches and releases at the Disney locations. It's not something that's actually on the Dooney website. I love Cinderella. I think I'll keep my eyes open. Yeah, well, check Shop Disney on the 20th. I think it said exclusive. It might be exclusive. Well, they're always exclusive, but sometimes some go to the resorts, sometimes they go to the parks, sometimes they are just at the Disney shop, Disney.com. They don't all go to the same places. And sometimes, yeah, they do that to hold the interest and also to control the prices. You know, the Sackels were cousins to the Kennedys. Their aunt is Ethel Sackel Kennedy. Oh, are these the Kennedys? The essentially American royalty, not royalty? I've never seen any of the Cinderella movies, none of them. Well, Craig, I can understand. It's not actually the best story. Dad, mom, daughter. Mom dies. There's a daughter. Dad remarries. Evil stepmother has three daughters. Or is it two daughters? Two daughters. I think it's $2. And then they make Cinderella because Cinderella was, not her daughter, the person who took care of everything, and the widower. She's now trying to pawn off her daughters as um using the squandering the family fortune for her daughters. And then there's a announcement that goes out that says they're looking for a bride for the prince, so it's having a grand ball, and all the eligible women, and the family is partially gentry apparently. So anyway, this is how the story goes. So Cinderella is helping her stepsisters, the evil stepsisters, and they're mean to Cinderella. And then Cinderella has a fairy godmother. Fairy godmother, gets her to the ball. The prince sees her, is love at first sight. Oh my gosh. And then she runs away, loses her slipper, and then it's a glass slipper. And then Prince Charming is trying to look through the land to find the girl. Every girl has to try on this slipper. They go from house to house to house, noble house, to see who has the girl who fits the shoe, and it's a glass shoe, blah blah blah. So at the end of the day, Cinderella marries her Prince Charming. She's nice, and her evil stepsister and evil stepmother eat crow. How were they so mean to poor Cinderella? That's the whole story. It's not exactly a great story. Prince Charming, finding your Prince Charming and living happily ever after is a joke, but this was from a time period, you know, now the stories are a bit different. We have Tatiana, and which is the Frog Princess, and she's a much better, and then we have stuff like Frozen, not really a princess, but heroines and women who make their own choices. Even Brave, Pixar Brave was one of my favorites because she was like, I'm gonna do more than just be a princess in a tower. Stuff like Tangled, where I love Tangled because Tangled is like, it's not Prince Charming saving the princess, damsel in distress. Um, so Disney is changing their plot line some. Yes, basically story of Snow White. Totally. Totally. Except for Snow White, it's a little bit more interesting. I think Snow White's a lot more interesting. Just stepsisters instead of dwarfs. Yeah. Well, the stepsisters are mean. Stepmother's mean. It's kind of like the story of the Wizard of Oz, where Elizabeth, which is the Wicked Witch, and then Glenda, who is the Good Witch. But really, when you get to know them, it's just a series of circumstances. No one's really a bad witch or a good witch. They changed the storyline, right? They did that with Cinderella. It's called Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister. So, same author as the guy who wrote Wicked. McGuire or something or other. And so there's lots of telling this tale from the villain side, which is why they came out with the Disney villains to begin with, because they wanted to kind of humanize the villains. Let's face it, the villains are more interesting. The villains have a story. There's strife. There's conflict. The heroines and the princesses and the damsels in distress, they're kind of one note. Okay? This is why we like the sidekicks. This is also why The Lion King was so popular, because it was different. So anyhow, um, moving on from fairy tales. I used to read and collect fairy tales. I like fairy tales. I've read a lot of different versions of Beauty and the Beast. I've read lots of different versions of Cinderella. I've I've read lots of different fairy tales, and actually, the German ones, they're pretty. They're when they're not sugar coated, children get eaten. Okay, it's cautionary tales. Scott Money will cover up a lot. It was a shame it took so long. Just steps. Okay, I can't wait to see the blow up about TikTok, says Jolie. Girl, tell me, says Luxational. I love all the Disney Pixar movies since I had kids. Love them now. Just haven't seen any of the originals. That's because the originals are dead boring if you didn't grow up with them. I mean, it's really hard for me now as an adult who grew up with Cinderella, Snow White, and Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, to watch them now and not yell at the women. I get really annoyed at the women. I want Sleeping Beauty to not just have to, no, no. It's like, no. I hate the fact that they always end up with Prince Charming or Sleeping Beauty is kissed by her prince and oh my gosh, and they live happily ever after. It's just a fake old whatever. Um, I loved Wicked so good. I just saw the Wicked movie last weekend and loved it much better than I had expected. Well, that's good, Scott, because I didn't enjoy the play. So I'm gonna definitely see if I can watch the movie. The real version of Little Mermaid is a lot rougher. Oh, I have read so many versions of The Little Mermaid because The Little Mermaid was written by Hans Christian Andersen and he's Danish. And I actually have an entire collection of Hans's literature, his poetry, or his books. Hans lived a very, very he was a very depressed man, and his stories were very depressed. The Little Mermaid, she dies, guys. He turns into foam. It's not like I go marry my prince. It is not the Disney's Little Mermaid. Um, Scott says, Craig, yes, so good. Jolie says, I'm reading crazy fiction now on my fourth cozy fiction book. Oh, cozy fiction. Okay. Craig says, my dad wouldn't allow me to watch Disney and any cartoons as a kid, so now I'm in the dark. Yep. Ronnie says, but there's the Brady and Whitney Houston Cinderella. The Brandy and Whitney Houston Cinderella, those are pretty good. Actually, those are actually pretty good. I like Brandy. I think I like Brandy. I kind of like her better as an actor, to be honest. Bry says, hello, Bry. Ronnie, have you watched Brandy's new movie? Ever After. I didn't really like Ever After so much. My friend Carol, she loves Ever After. It's not my jam. My favorite version of Cinderella actually is from like the 60s, and I cannot remember the name of the actress. I will have to find it. The Descendants one, Craig. Um, says yeah. So I like, but Hans Christian Andersen, I've been to his home in Denmark, and I've had his books, and I've seen the Little Mermaid statue. I've read many versions of the Little Mermaid because my sister is a mer person. She loves the water, and it's very sad. It's actually very sad. The other, um, what was the other one? Not Hans Christian Andersen, but the Lewis Carroll. It's not a fairy tale, but Through the Looking Glass with Alice in Wonderland. That is trippy. I can't read that book. I don't like it. I don't like the history of the guy who wrote it. I don't like the story. I still like Alice in Wonderland cartoon that Disney made, but once I started looking into the history of and who wrote the book and why he wrote the book and blah blah blah, it's like, y'all, stranger danger. Stranger danger should be actually a misnomer. Most of your danger is actually from people you know. It's like I don't like the damsel in distress. I'm always the pick up something heavy and beat the crap out of it. Yes, Dee, I'm with you. No, Ronnie, she has a new thriller out. Let me see if I can find it. I watched it last week or so. Ronnie, it's called The Front Room, the one about the crazy mother-in-law. Do you like thrillers, Craig? Hey, Chris. Meow. I gotta look that up. I live for thrillers and horror films. I used to, but they scare me, so I don't do it anymore. I like to read horror. I cannot watch horror. um, and I can't thrillers, the psychological thrillers like Silence of the Lambs. Love them. Um, The Strangers. I haven't seen The Strangers. Um, Yeah, but no, I haven't, right now it's so funny. Audible sent me a year in review type of thing. I did not realize apparently most of the stuff I'm reading on Audible is considered the romance genre. I'm like, really? I'm reading romance? And I really thought about it. I'm like, well, I guess so. It's just in space with aliens or like vampires and werewolves, but I guess it's the same thing. I read a lot of really fantasy fiction far out there because I don't want real life. I want it to be completely not true. I don't read the billionaire married the looking for the girl, finds the girl to marry, blah, 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 to have a kid. No, I don't read any of those. I used to a long time ago when I was young and dumb and naive and thought they were fun. And now I'm like, this is stupid. No billionaire is going to find some poor person to go have the kid and everything's be fine. This is not how this works in real life. That's why it's called fiction. You know, haven't seen the newest one yet. Thanks for the reminder to watch that. Scary. The first one was based on something that used to happen. Ooh, real life is way more scary than horror movies. Yeah. Jackie, don't watch Strangers. You'll never enter the door. Okay, yeah, no. No. Nope. Nope. Not watching it. Not watching it. I don't watch those things. I can watch them on mute. It is the audio that gets me, which is why I have no problem reading it. But when you have film and acting, whoo, the audio. Hmm? The new things look my new thing is looking for books at the Dollar Tree. I love looking for books at the Dollar Tree. And I'm on a couple Facebook posts where people Dollar Tree finds and hauls or whatever, and they'll show the books at their Dollar Tree. I'm like, my Dollar Tree doesn't have that. I go looking. Um, Ronnie at the Dollar Tree, really? Yeah, you can. They're okay. The Dollar Tree will carry books for $1.50, $1.25. Yes, they do. It's random. It's whatever they get. Most of it, kids still need paper books. So through the whatever cycle of books, however they end up there, they have adult books that end up like regular fiction books, and maybe a cooking book or two will end up at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And yes, I buy them. Um, hey, Military Mom. Scott, like watching the Mendez trial back in the days was riveting, but watching the doc and movie was much more troubling and uncomfortable. Really? Well, didn't they get off? Like I literally they got released or something. Something about um they were sentenced, but um there was not enough proof or they it was because of how they were treated. I don't know. It's weird. Jennifer, me too, Jackie. It's the audio. Yep. Ronnie says, yes, I'm reading one I found there now. Just gotta search among the weird religious stuff. Yeah, weird religious stuff is weird in the Dollar Tree. I get most of my crosswords at Dollar Tree, but haven't ever looked at the book section. Oh, it's right. It should be like right over. They'll have like one little shelf with some hardback books, and I love looking at them, and I'll buy them just to buy them. I feel like I'm rescuing them. James feels like I'm just cluttering the house, but he never says no. We're going to the Dollar Tree tomorrow. I need to pick up some. I get my antihistamines from there because I can get 10 pills for $1.25 for the same antihistamine that cost me $15 for 30 pills at Walgreens. What the hey? Yes, I'm reading one. Yeah. I've got a couple good nonfictions from the Dollar Tree. Yeah. Oh, Winnie, not members only. This is everybody. Everybody's live. But Winnie, see, I'm happy you're here. Do you see my cool pin on my hat? That's the pin you gave me. I told you I had it. So I wore this today, and I want to make sure you can see it. Isn't that pretty? I can't remember which jewelry company you got that from, but it is stunning in person. Like when you said that you've said that a lot about how beautiful this stuff is, but I'm like, yeah, it's sparkly. No, it's stunning. It is so pretty. Look how cool it is as a hat pin. You know, it's very abstract. It has butterfly wings, and the body is flowers, and it has a drop, a pear drop right there. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, I need to check out the Dollar Tree, says D. Katie, the Mendez brothers are still in jail. Oddly enough, the San Diego Devon State. Oh, really? So they're still in jail. Ronnie, that's the only thing what to do with them after you donate them. You can leave them in doctor's offices, because I'm always at a doctor's office, or you can take them right over to the local library. Especially in a small town, you can leave them at nursing homes. Just take a few, say, hey, I have some books to donate. They'll almost always take them. There's a lack of resources in many senior centers. Honestly, senior centers, there's a huge lack of resources. Julia. Yeah, Julia. Cute. With my Totoro monster over here, and I have my Stitch, and then I got this for my exchange. This is Daisy and Minnie. The governor wants a new DA to look at their case, says Katie. I take I like to take steamy romance smut books to the senior center. Girl, those women read it. Who do you think paid? My mother was the one who had the romance subscription books that came into my house, which I ended up reading. All those Harlequin romances, they were my mom's. You put those steamy, smutty romance to senior centers, they're gonna read it. They don't care at that point in life. They're like, whatever. If y'all don't think the seniors don't know how life works, they all have kids, guys. I know. You know, I don't think about the library senior centers. Probably, yeah, the senior center's probably better. Like, we have a small local libraries here. They'll take them. Libraries do cycle out their books fast. So it would be better, honestly, to take them to a senior center or magazines. I just used to cut out my name and just drop them at the hospital. But this is all pre-COVID stuff. Now that COVID's here, they get a little cranky sometimes. Oh, yeah, Winnie, sorry you've had a rubbish of a week. Um, I didn't think, sorry to hear that, Winnie. Yeah, senior centers, nursing homes are a good place to donate. Yeah, they're really much. A lot of senior activity centers will have a donation place where they sell things to have money. Puzzles are a fabulous thing to donate to the senior center. Like, they're always needing them, and they use them. There's puzzling clubs, you know. Have heathenisms. Winnie, I'm sorry about your week. Crapola, flu shot reaction, pulled back muscle. Oh no! Pulled back muscle and skin infection. Man, Linda P, that's just the worst. Katie, Birkin, we're saying hi, people. Linda, I'm so sorry. Says D. Ronnie says I can't take them with me when I visit my aunt. She's in a senior center. I know those ladies but yeah, they gossip. Girl, nobody gossips like older ladies. Nobody. You think those church? I mean, I've been in enough church stitching circles. They might use different language, but they're talking about the same thing. Yeah. I like donating nasty stuff to senior centers, old people. Yeah, they do too. Man, they get all the religious vibes they want, all the whatever, but that's not what makes this world go around, and we know that. Take puzzles, they love that. Keep their minds sharp. Yes, you can actually take activity books. Go buy extra activity books from the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and when you go to the senior center, just drop them off. I'm learning more now because I've had to go through a couple family members who are seniors and really looking at senior services and how very lacking. And loneliness is a true and deadly thing. Being lonely is not good. It is a killer, is a silent killer. It's just loneliness. And there's not enough people volunteering, and I'm guilty because of my dislike of nursing homes because I was in one. I don't like to go there, but they need volunteers and need people to socialize with the people who are there that are residents because they're there and they're not there for by time in life you are at a nursing facility as a resident. You are not normally there for a very long time. That's just facts, you know. So when I was in skilled nursing for recovery and I was not in the residence ward, I was in the wing that was just for rehab. We had people volunteer that would come through and just talk to the people in the nursing facility because depression is a real thing, you know. Sorry, Linda, feel better soon. My mom loved romance books. Yeah, my mother loved romance books. She still reads romance books. You know, Thai romance books now, but she still loves them. Hey, Jet, this chick, being lonely can literally kill you. Yeah, being lonely literally is a silent killer. People just do not realize people will just literally die in their home because they and I saw this with James's mother. She did not want to interact. She didn't contact any friends. She really was not very social. We were her social group, and we tried really hard to get her involved. I wanted to take her to my church. She didn't want to go to my church. She wanted to go to her church. But I'm like, her church is 4 hours away. Like, we can't go to your church. It's just, it was rough. And even when she was in the nursing home and she had a roommate and there was activities and interaction and there was staff, she never made friends. She didn't even make friends there. So James would come visit. It's like, ugh, it's just, and he would be emotionally drained. He'd just be exhausted. Um, my mother loved the National Enquirer and Star magazine. So true, Jackie. I'm getting involved with local nursing homes. Other local nonprofits have lots of interest, but very few people want to help. Hope I can help change that. Yeah, the hardest part about going to a nursing home in general, you're smacked in the face with mortality, your mortality. And sometimes it's hard. It's hard. It's not an easy thing to do. That's why I keep telling you that nursing and medical staff, even if the system is like ridiculous, the staff are saints and angels walking this earth, in my opinion. You know, I was so lonely when I was in the hospital last time. I was there for 6 months, mostly alone. Everyone had to work, school, etc., but I survived. Yes, I actually knew the nursing rotation. I knew the cleaning staff. The cleaning staff actually were the nicest people because they would talk to you. They were wonderful. I loved the cleaning staff. They were great. They just mopped my room every night, and I'm in bed, and I'm talking to them, and I knew their life story. They knew my life story. But then that's because I could talk. The National Enquirer and Star harken back to a time when people didn't believe the nonsense. Yeah, did believe nonsense was the truth. Yeah, we just laughed at it. Linda P. 6 months low. No. Michael, hey. Craig, I'm so sorry you had to endure that. Must have been so hard. But it's you can be alone surrounded by people. And that's the thing. Craig was in a hospital facility surrounded by people, but you still feel alone because when you are admitted, it's like you are a patient, and all of a sudden before you went into the hospital and you were admitted, you were a normal human being, a productive, society member. And as soon as you get admitted, it's like it changes to ev it's not because you're medicated, right? I was very medicated and in pain. So no matter what I said, they verified everything with the next person medical. And even though, like, when James's mother went into the hospital, when she was admitted, she was aware and she just wrote all the everything she wanted. She talked to the social worker when she was still able to, but even though she had talked and gave all the information to the medical staff, Jane still had to make all the decisions because I said, well, didn't she tell you what she wanted when you did all the paperwork when she first came in here because she was still talking? And they said, yes, but we can't really go on that. I'm like, what? So they still asked the next of kin to make choices. That's just hard. Um, so I used to be a home caregiver. It was hard. Yeah, home caregiving is hard. It's a lot of nothing, dead time, but it's not just idle time. Like you're a companion, you're a caregiver. It's a very fine line. You're normally dealing with a team of people. You're deploying and giving medication. You're taking care of a patient who's normally not in good health. I mean, obviously, if you have home care, you're not in the best of health. You need the help. You know, yep, just another number. The people you're surrounded by are not your people. Yes, that's military mom. That's completely right. Michael says, when I was sick 2 years ago and wanted to put me in a home, I was so afraid. I was thankful to get a worker that could stay at home. Being in the facility isn't so bad. For me, a lot of it I was very fortunate. James was with me the entire time I was in the hospital, because every time he did leave, something catastrophic would happen. I had so many issues because of it was trauma, guys. I had multiple system issues because of the car accident. It just wasn't one thing. It wasn't simple. So when you have a group of doctors having to coordinate, sometimes communication just isn't that good. Yeah, yeah. So James really had to. James did so he I mean, he did so much. I can't even explain how much he did. Um, and that really saved me, and most of it I was delirious, because I was on a lot of pain medication, like a whole lot. Um, when glad, Michael, I'm being around familiar surroundings. It's much better. For me, it's the smell of the facilities, honestly. It's the sound of beeping and the smell of the cleaner. I don't care what institution it is. And it's the memory of hopelessness, of thinking, I'm going to die here. And of thinking, I'm never going home. I was literally in a hospital for 3 months. So, setting for 3 whole months. And then I spent 2 more months at home in a hospital bed in my living room, you know? And then I had to go from a wheelchair to a walker to a cane, and I still get to use a cane. I'm still in pain. It's just I have actually literally forgotten what life is like to be pain free. It's like the side effects I was having last week with all the medication. Um, it's not that they're abnormal. It's just that you get to a level of normal, and when they get off kilter, you feel like, oh, I feel awful. And it took 3 days after I started the right dose again for me to even heal out. But even so, it's just like, oh, I feel bad. And you're just used to feeling bad. You're just used feeling that. And my dad and I used to talk about this because my dad had a lot of medical disabilities, and we kind of just said, well, this is my normal. He goes, I'm always in pain. It's just how much pain, how much I can tolerate. When do I need to take medication, and when do I need to just lay down and stop moving? And then when can I get up? And the thought of being pain free is is something that happened to me in my past. You know, now it's just, am I comfortable or am I less comfortable? I don't even think about it. It's girl, girl, like, girl, I swear my home nurse is trying to kill me. Travis says I'm insane. No, no, they're trying to do their job, and unfortunately, with the nursing staff, what I felt like they were trying to kill me because they were trying to turn me on my side when they needed to, but my left ribs were broken, guys. It hurt like hell. When someone's trying to move you, that sudden pressure change is huge. When you're moving yourself, you know what's going to happen. Now, when people are trying to help move you, it's the not knowing what's going to happen and the sudden movements. It's called controlled pain. So when you're moving, you know what to expect when you shift your weight. You know what's going to feel like when you go from laying down to sitting up. You know your balance. When someone is helping you do that, you go from not expecting it to pretty much a dizzy episode. It's not fun. And they're just trying to do their job. And they sometimes forget, that, equilibrium is not the same for everybody. My mom was lucky when she was in the skilled nursing facility. Most of the CNAs were Filipino. And like, oh, my favorite nurse when I was in the hospital was from India. She was awesome. She was awesome. Um, you're doing good at home, Jackie. Thank you, Michael. Wow, that was a process. Yeah. I hope the day I'll never feel normal. I'm happy to be alive, y'all. Um, it's just I take the trade-off. Jackie, yeah, you're doing so well now. Thank God. Yes. Normal is very individual thing. Yes, very individual thing. Craig says 38 in the chat, 19 likes. Thumb up the likes, guys. It gets me more it throws okay, what the thumb is up do, it is so fucking, pardon my language, is so annoying, is that YouTube makes it so that you enter a chat, and to be in the chat, then you can't like the you have to leave the chat to like the thing, to go into the chat, to watch the chat and go back to the chat. It's so frustrating. But that interaction, the liking of the thumb is it, even if it's a negative or a positive, it doesn't matter if it's up or down. that throws it out to, oh, people are interested, so let's put this out to more audiences. And it's just that's all it is. That's why people say like, subscribe, and comment. The comment is vitally important. Like, I don't even care if all you ever put in there is a heart every time you watch a video. That heart does the job. It's a like and a comment that pushes out your videos. And why do you do that? It pushes the videos out to people. A lot of people who see my videos are it suggested to them through their YouTube home feed page. So that's how people find me. And a lot of people find me. It tells you in the analytics how people find your channel is through um most new subscribers find me through their home YouTube suggesting this viewing content to them. That's why everybody says this. Yeah. Um Craig, your home nurse, that sounds like a Lifetime movie. Scott, it may be soon. She looks at me like I'm the bane of her existence. Put an emoji in the comments, please. Yes, yeah, just an emoji in the comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, so Winnie, so you weren't here, so I'm gonna bring it up again. So in 2024, my YouTube income, um, with all the from what I understand, it's the royalty. It's called royalties, and it's the AdSense money, all the super chats, all the people donating, and all of my membership revenue, all of the revenue I generate from YouTube, whether it was gifted to me or AdSense money, I made like $2,226. So roughly turns into $6 a day, which is awesome. I'm really happy. Yeah, you got your 1099. I don't know what to do with it. And I thought, Winnie, I thought they were withholding taxes from it, but I go based on when I was looking at it, it didn't look like income was withheld unless that's how the royalties were dispersed. Like, is the royalties mean after they've already paid taxes? I don't know. I've never filed a 1099 before. So that will be something new to do. We're talking tax things. So 2025, I'm gonna be more diligent about well, no, I'm gonna claim it. No, I know I'm claiming it as earned income. I just thought YouTube had been removing taxes from it. So if they haven't been, then I probably owe 30% because royalties, if it's counted the same way as tips and wage or tips and bonuses or whatever, that's different than wages and it's taxed at a different bracket or something. Yeah. Yeah. So I told James, like, yeah, we probably owe 30% of whatever that is. So yeah. File one on it. You have to do deductions to offset. So Winnie, what I was telling Craig was up until probably this year, James and I have always had the standard deduction as a married couple has been better than our itemized. Always has been. That's because we poor. But now that we've gotten a couple pay raises, the brackets changed, and I have this YouTube thing, it might be different. But I don't know. Yeah. Woohoo, don't spend it all in one place. You already spent it. That's the thing. Now that I know that my YouTube income, I'm gonna have to spend a huge amount on that. I'm gonna have to this year set money aside as it funds in to make sure. Do you track all your expenses? No, Winnie, I do not track all my expenses because this is a hobby. And in 2024, it was my first time being monetized, and I had no idea what I was doing, and I still don't. But I really had no idea what I was doing. I did not track my purchases. I did not track how much money I spent on bags. I didn't do any of that. And I wasn't actually in an office set. And I was most of the year in my living room. So now that I have a dedicated YouTube studio that really is only used for YouTube, um, it's something I can do, right? Cameras, bags, clothing, accessories. Yeah, no, I track nothing. I can find documentation, but even though I use it for showing it on YouTube, it's personal. And guys, let's just do it this way. 2025, we will track. 2024, we're just gonna call it lessons learned the hard way. Bags, Jackie, you are a bag channel. I know, but I always thought that it's a business expense to have them, but I have them to for personal use. So I've never really. It's not like I don't know. I don't understand the ins and outs of most of any of this because I don't consider myself an actual business. But what I'm learning is that as a YouTube social media thing, I need to look at this as a business to protect me and my home in case somebody doesn't like what I say for whatever reason. And then, yeah, Craig, you did tell me this before, and I totally ignored you. You told me last year, and I listened with one ear and ignored you with the other ear. And I think I might have mentioned it to James, and then I didn't pay any attention to it. Amazon, yeah, Goodwill source. Yeah, no, yeah, I have a ton. I have a ton of purchase history. I mean, I can go through my digital inventory and look at how much I've purchased through Goodwill, shopgoodwill.com. Literally. Um, Even if I want to go through Mercari purchases, I mean, everything I order, everything I buy is online. There is a digital footprint. I just have to track it all. And then I'd have to admit to James how much I spent. And sometimes ignorance is worth it. So I'm gonna pretend like 2024 is a wash. In 2025 we track everything. I made a meal more this year, so good times. Woo! Ivana says my tax lady told me I couldn't claim my bags as a deduction. They are not solely for business use. See, that's what I've been told too. So I've been told two different things. So I don't know what to do. I need to talk to a CPA that's local in my state that knows the laws and stuff here. Well, I mean, it's federal income taxes. We don't have state income taxes, so I don't know. When he tracks everything, I made a little more sure that it's a lot to keep up with. That's why I say, yeah, you need a fantastic CPA. Yeah, that makes sense. Seeing it. That is sobering. You know how I get when I track. Yes, yes. They don't know the bags are not solely for business use. True. And honestly, with the amount of bags I have, you know, most of them are for business use, and most of them sit right here in this room. But again, this didn't happen until what, 2 months ago when everything shifted into this room and I was getting everything into one place. Everything was everywhere before. Now I actually am looking at all this and I'm like, yep, maybe I need to be a business, because as far as they know, says Winnie, if you use them for your channel and don't carry them. A lot of these I don't carry. Well, I carry everything once or twice. I mean, you have to do a review. I do, I use them and then I talk about them, but guys, how many times have you seen me use this? Like, I'm going to be super diligent this year about showing the bags I use every day and then talk about them. I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Jackie, for future knowledge, you can meet with your CPA quarterly to keep track through the year. Oh, see, this is what I need to do, Craig. I need to find a new CPA. My prior CPA is about 4 towns over and about an hour and a half away. I need to find one here. Anyway, guys, we've been hanging out for 2 hours, and truth be told, I'm tired. And I want to get into my pajamas and get into bed. And even though tomorrow is just going to be Saturday and nothing really cool is happening, I'm tired. I've been talking for 2 hours. It's a bad day learning all you spend on bags and stuff. Yeah, I don't want to know. I do know. I have a rough idea, but nothing was more sobering than when I tallied up 2023's 1 year of Temu orders. In that 1 year, in 2023, I spent $3,000 on Temu. Now, 99% of all the stuff I used and I kept, but that's still a lot of stuff. You can be a bag storage company. Good night, Jennifer. Good night, Ivana. Good night, everybody. See you guys tomorrow. We're going to have a live with my twin. At some point when she shows up, we'll be going live, and she'll be going through the jeans that when he sent me, because Jennifer is so thrilled. She's literally falling out of her size 20 jeans and nothing fits, so she's so happy to get these pants. So anyway, thank you so much for watching my videos, subscribing and memberships and viewing and everything. So you guys are awesome. Good night, everybody.